Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi here. I'm on the 959 Panigale. My buddy Dado is in front of me on his 2005 R1. And this is episode 9 of the Panigale series. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a Patreon funded build series where we customize this bike with the input of our patrons, and then at the end of the series we give this bike away to one of the people who support the series. It'll always be the first link in the description below, or you can just go to patreon.com/JaretCampisi to support the series.
Watch them grow, perceive devote. This is the seed, light the show. Watch them grow. Grow, grow. Grow, grow. Don't forget to let your heart beat.
So we're here at Kalps. They're gonna do the inspection for us on this bad boy. So we're gonna get this puppy inspected since I think it runs out this month, I believe. Yeah, the 9th. So it'll be good until next year in September. So let's get it done. Look at this black GSX-R 600 they have here. They included a Yosh slip-on exhaust, $9,999. Look at that Gixxer, dude. That looks so good. Looks like a Batman bike. Alright, so there you go. Bike is inspected. So the next rider will be good to go till 2018. Looks like the 6th, which maybe that's June or July. Alright, so check this out, guys. This is Sam's 1098S. Do you want to say hi, Sam?
Hey, what's up?
Sam is the son of the owner of Kalps. Yes, yep. Amazing family that owns this place. They've been family owned for a very long time. But the last time I was here, when we were getting the tires put on, I wanted to show this bike because he said this is a 2008?
Yep, 2008.
A 1098S 2008. So this is almost 10 years old, and look at how awesome this thing still looks. And that is one of the reasons why I love Ducati so much, because they're timeless.
Be as late as you can.
That's on video. That's on video.
Okay. There's his pops right there coming out to yell at us. No. And it still looks absolutely incredible. And you can actually see like the Panigale as an iteration of this, basically. You know, like it still has the same kind of lines in the front end. It has the kind of same fairing lines. Obviously, like I said, the single-sided swing arm, like just freaking gorgeous, man. So 2008, and it already had an LCD display. That's freaking ridiculous.
Want me to start it?
Yes, I do want you to start it. Thank you for asking. Guys, look at this picture of Sam racing his bike. Look how bent over he is. What a badass. Hashtag badass. Oh, I love it. So yeah, black Ducatis. Hey, Ducati, if you ever watch any of my videos, make black Ducatis, please. Just make it an option. We just left Kalps, and unfortunately we hung out there way too long and we don't have time to go to Carnes, so we're gonna have to hold off till tomorrow to go to Carnes. But the bike is inspected. I got the other rizoma lever, and we got some Ducati shirts, and I'm super stoked. As you guys saw, Sam's freaking bike is so badass. Like that 1098, yeah, they're honking at us. They probably watch the channel. That 1098 looks so good in black, doesn't it? God, it looks so good. And Sam's such a nice kid, man, so shout out to Sam. He said if I want to try out that bike sometime, that he would let me ride it. That would be really cool. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna head back to the shop Dozer wants to race the R1. Look at him. He's barking to it. He's speaking to it. Look at him. He's like, I'm not backing down. Get it, Dozy. Get it sideways. This is what goes on behind the scenes here. Look at him. That's the freaking wood stove that's gonna keep us warm in the winter. We're gonna cook hot dogs and burgers on that puppy right there. Look at her.
Finally.
We're gonna eat and then go watch it.
Hey, YouTube said we're not allowed to show the twins anymore.
Sorry.
So yeah, we're gonna need to keep that shirt a little bit more high cut. Hey, thumbs up for YouTube, guys. Assholes. Actually, no. Let's give them a little preview. There we go. Nice balloon, Dado. It's Saturday morning now. Before we wrench on the bike, we're gonna head over to Carnes. They are a local Suzuki dealer. They also do custom tuning. They have a very highly trained staff. They do everything from ECU flashes to, you know, custom tunes with power commanders and all kinds of stuff like that. So after we put the custom titanium exhaust on this bike, and then we add the high flow filter, we want to go and get it flashed to make sure that we're getting, you know, everything running, having perfectly running for the next owner. So we're at Carnes Performance. They have a limited edition GSXR 1000 2017. Look at that color. It's like a gloss black with blue hints. That is so badass. Right next to the other one that's brand new. Man, that would be a sick bike right there.
I think that's pretty impressive for a Suzuki.
You right?
Yeah.
They usually do some wild paint schemes, as you can see by that one. But that black is amazing. You can hear someone tuning a dyno in there. That's a 1000. Damn, that's sick. The white, the white and silver they didn't make very often. That's really nice too. They have some really good deals in here right now. And then Dado, of course.
On a Yamaha.
Went straight to the R6. Actually, that looks really, really good. And it's only 6,000 out the door. Carnes Performance, guys. Come on down and tell them you saw it on Jaret's video. This is Sean, and this is his fucking D-Max. Look at this thing. It's got carbon fiber on it. What did you say it makes? 190 horsepower?
Yeah, 197.
197. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Give him one more. One more rep. Dan approves. All right, so we just left Carnes. They are on board. We're gonna do before and after dyno runs. They're gonna do a custom ECU flash and tune after we put the exhaust and the air filter and stuff on. And they're gonna let us film a little bit for you guys. So we scheduled an appointment, and I'm super excited about that. They're really nice people down there. They have some awesome bikes too, as you saw in the footage. So if you're local looking for a bike, hey, head on down, tell them I sent you. So Dado and I are gonna head back to the garage now and start wrenching on the Panigale, so stick around and stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one.
Well, Jaret decided he's gonna move my bike, and I said, why don't you turn it on and get on it? Because this is probably one of the only times you will see him on a real motorcycle. I mean, on a really nice bike, what I meant, so here you go.
That's messed up.
Can't even start it. Sure.
This bike looks awesome, man. For a 2005, you really...
For a vintage?
Yeah, like for an antique, you know? Like this thing. No, it feels really good though.
Is this non-copyright?
Alright, so yeah. So on agenda for today, we're going to put on the new rizoma levers. We got a brake and clutch lever. It's going to look really, really nice with a hint of red to match the other red accents that we got going on. And we're also going to do a oil and filter change. Alright, so we just unboxed the new lever. Dado went through and just kind of read everything because it does come with a couple of different parts. So I want to make sure I use the correct ones. He's going to start, well, he's just going to take off the old lever now. And then we'll get the new ones on.
That's right.
Look at all these little wrenches Dado has. Like, who has all these little wrenches? Look.
You need little wrenches.
Little wrenches with his big sausage finger.
I want to take this pin out It's a little tight, and when we move this, you can definitely tell the center of that is completely rusted, and the rust is probably all the way inside where the threads are. So we're going to try to remove this very carefully without breaking it. With my sausage fingers.
That's why you don't let bikes sit outside.
Yeah.
Or use water when you wash them. Just wipe them down.
If you use water, wet whatever you're washing with, and you go over the panel so it doesn't spray all over every piece of hardware.
Look at the difference in the levers, the quality. Top one is the factory, bottom one is rizoma. They're going to be completely adjustable. They're machined aluminum, probably a little bit lighter and just a little bit better feel.
The levers come with 2 sets of pins. There's the stainless one, which is a lot longer, and this dark black one, which I actually like better, and it's a shorter one. And we just pressed this in and tested it against this. There's a switch down here for the brakes, brake light switch, and this black one here that's shorter fits perfect. So that's the one we're going to use. Yeah. So anytime that I deal with bushings, I like to put some anti-seize lubricant on there, usually graphite. And you can see from factory that on the moving parts of the lever, they actually had some on the bottom. I'd like to put some on any kind of bushings like this to make sure that keeps the moisture out and keeps this operating really nice and smooth. I mean, the tolerances here are fairly close. And once we put this on there, just a thin film, it'll coat it and it'll stay nice for a really long time.
Isn't that a gorgeous sight right there, guys? Teens went out and got us some B&Ts along with some chips. What else did you get? Some ice cream?
Don't worry about it.
The sugar monster got some ice cream.
Don't worry.
Oh, some sea salted potato chips, Martins, and some sea salt. These sea salt and vinegar are ridiculously good. If anyone's in Pennsylvania, Martin's sea salt and vinegar, so good. Yingling Black and Tan, my personal favorite. And Christina, you're the best girlfriend ever.
Oh yeah.
So there's the finished lever on the brake side, and it really looks awesome because now it matches the rizoma grips with the rizoma levers and the rizoma rear sets. So we got all rizomaed out on the grips and levers and rear sets. Teens is eating potato chips. And now we're gonna do the other side. All right, so we got the clutch lever on, and it's got just the right amount of play. It feels unbelievable, actually. And both of them are fully adjustable. You can just use this thing, put it wherever you want. If you want it closer, if you have little hands like teens, or if you got big Dado sausage fingers, you can put it out here. And honestly, both these levers feel really high quality. I'm gonna take it for a ride after we do the oil change and just make sure everything feels good. So on to the oil change. All right, so oil change, Panigale. Sometimes people think it can be confusing. It's a little bit different than normal, but it's not that bad. This side left lower fairing needs to come off. The oil filter is on this side, and it's a different type of filter. It's actually like a cartridge that slides in instead of the normal screw-ons at the bottom. The drain plug is under here, and then on the other side is where you fill the oil. So it's pretty straightforward, but there's a couple little things we'll show you once we get into it, so stay tuned.
Doing it.
All right, so we got the oil pan underneath the bike. Dado's gonna unscrew the oil plug, drain plug. Go ahead.
My sausage fingers.
With his big old sausage fingers.
Ready?
Yep, there it is. We're gonna let that drain out. And the cartridge actually for the oil, the filter is right here, which is completely different than a lot of bikes.
Pull this drain plug out, and there is some metal shavings on here. Not too much, but these long things bother me. They almost look like little pine needles. Let's see if I can get them on there. See that?
Yep. Wow.
Look at them all.
That's why you want to change your oil and make sure you clean this off.
Yep. And
it's magnetic for a reason.
Yep. It's magnetic, so it traps any metal pieces that come through, and it keeps them from going around the motor. For a motor that is that new, this is actually pretty normal.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're gonna make sure that's all cleaned off before we put the plug back on. And now we're gonna get the filter out. So Dado just grabbed some aluminum foil to protect this because when you pull out the filter cartridge, it's gonna definitely drain some oil. So just make sure you protect the area. The original bolts are actually, the ones that go all the way through here and screw in are one size. But in order to get this off, you don't wanna be using like tools and stuff and scraping this up and everything like that. So you actually just grab different bolts that are bigger, that thread on the outside area here, and that's what you do, you thread in each side and you use those to pull it off. So we'll show you how it looks.
So we got these larger threads. These two I just have like a random bucket of motorcycle parts because I had a spare R1 that I was working with. So we just picked these up, they threaded right in, and what happens is they thread into this outer plate and push against where the smaller threads are, and it just separates this plate away. It's like the perfect design, and most motorcycle manufacturers won't do it. A lot of guys go in here and pry, don't do that, because those surfaces should be 100% machined flat. If not, you get oil leaks. Ducati, you did something right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
There you go.
Ta-da.
Nice.
There's the O-rings that I said.
That are in perfect condition.
Some people will completely change those O-rings out. I don't recommend it, especially when a bike is this new. If you pinch one of those, or if you don't lube them with oil prior to installation, you will ruin them and you will need to buy new ones. So.
And there's the filter.
Yep.
So I was just checking my Instagram in between Dado doing some work, and one of the patrons of the series, he also is a subscriber and he follows me on Instagram and stuff like that, just shot me a message. His name's Israel. Shout out to Israel. I chat with him quite a bit. And he said he went and got his motorcycle license because he was inspired by us in the series and you know how positive we were and everything like that. And he said he had been afraid his whole life because everyone told him, you know, don't ride motorcycles, they're dangerous and you're gonna die and blah blah blah, and, you know. And he said after watching our content, he realized, you know, it's not like you just get on a bike and you go and die, you know, like that's not the case. And he did it right. He went and he got his permit, then he went and took his motorcycle safety course, and then he got his actual license. So now he said he's looking for like a motorcycle to get, and I just want to say that's the kind of stuff that we absolutely love. And you know, Instagram's really great for that, and I'll put our Instagram pages on here because then you can just direct message us and we try to respond to as many messages as possible. And it's a really good way to interact with us, you know, aside from just putting everything right out there on the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube gets like...
Yeah, so again, our Instagrams will be right here on the screen. Feel free to shoot us a follow, shoot us messages if you have questions or comments or just want to chat with us. And yeah, that's what it's all about right there, guys.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah. Okay, so he found a little pick tool, 90-degree pick tool, and he's just going to use that to pull the filter out, and that's what you want to use so they don't screw stuff up in there. There you go. It just pulls right out.
Let's see how bad this filter is.
Doesn't look too bad. Right?
No, doesn't look bad at all, actually.
Yeah, so that's good.
I mean, it's used, but doesn't look awful.
No. So we're going to take this bike off the rear stand and then dump it over a little bit just so we can make sure that the oil comes out of inside where the oil filter is.
There we go.
That's what we wanted.
You can probably leave it there and I'll get a little bit of paper towel to clean it out.
So there's the fresh new oil filter. Look at how beautiful that thing is. Go ahead and stick her on in there.
A little oil on that O-ring. And
So cool, it's a little cartridge.
guess what? She's in. Shazam! So it's really important to clean it, all the surfaces, especially when you take things apart. We're about to put this cap back on for the filter housing, and I just want to mention, make sure you pre-lube all the oil seals and surfaces because this has really tight tolerance, so when you're pressing it back in, you don't have any issues with the O-rings, you know, marking or them pinching in there. So that's what we're gonna do.
You're really good with your hands.
Thanks, Jarrett. How about some torque specs?
I know what they are.
What are they?
6 pounds.
You liar.
I'm serious.
Okay, let's see. One arm weighs about 40 pounds. Quarter turn. Okay, yeah, we're good.
All right. Dozy, hi, bud. We missed you out here. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. We were like, what? Why is he not out here managing stuff? Look at him. Look at that fat butt. Oh my gosh. How are you, bud?
He's feeling better.
YouTube misses you. Dozy was pooping water earlier. Look at him wiggle when he walks. What's up?
You were wrong.
I was wrong on the
By a
torque.
lot.
On the torque spec? What is it?
What's that thing?
12?
Jarrett said 6.
Hey, that's what the guy said on the video.
No, the guy said 6, 7. You know, I like 6 better.
Here's our camera girl. I said, are you keeping an eye on Dozer? She's just staring out at nothing. She goes, yeah. Staring at absolutely nothing. All right,
But at
go.
least I didn't almost eat crap because Dad almost fell over.
Dado almost missed his
Completely missed his chair.
fat boy chair. And it was hilarious because he was using the skinny one, like that's for my little ass. Hey, set these torque specs and let's get going here. We don't have all day. I got riding to do. All right, we're tightening that puppy down to 12 and then 14. So torquing it down to the proper torque specs. We want to make sure we show you this kind of stuff. So you know we're not BSing or half-assing anything. We take this very seriously and we appreciate all your support. And so does Dozer. Oh, he's out. Thanks, manager. What's he doing? Dozy, are you getting chips, Dozy? Also, just to clarify for the torque spec, 12 Newton meters. So that is different than 12.
And then 14 Newton meters.
Yeah, so that's what we just did, just to show you that it's boom, boom.
Done. Sluts and a lot of bikinis.
Okay, so drain pipe,
Oh, yeah.
drain plug is
Drain
on
pipe.
with the crush washer, and he's just doing the proper torque spec. Done.
15 Newton meters.
Is it filming?
Yeah.
So we got everything that we needed to get done over here, which is basically just the oil filter in, and then the drain pipes back on. We're gonna put the fairing on, and then fill up the oil on the other side, and then we'll be good to go. So there's something funny back here?
Yeah,
Some
Check
people,
this out.
Some people work around
check
here,
this
guys.
flashlight out. I bought this flashlight and it's on the off position, right? Watch this. Ready? I'm not going to touch it.
That's pretty wild.
The mag mats turn the flashlight on.
That's pretty wild.
Amazing.
Wait,
I put
you started
one.
adding oil without me?
Yeah. We don't need Jarrett.
Dude, I
now
wanna-
that Christina's awake and filming,
I want to watch that.
he wants to watch me put the oil in.
Oh, that's-
So this shell oil has the hardest seal on here. I couldn't puncture that with my sausage fingers at all. I had to get a little pick and get it out, stab it.
Look who it is. Special delivery. The Pops is here. And Taco. What up?
Man, hey buddy.
Beautiful day to ride, huh?
Oh man.
We were out riding earlier, thank God. We've been wrenching the rest of the day.
Just dead.
Alright, so now we're putting new oil in. It calls for 3.2 quarts. The manual's just 3.7, but I think that's a little bit too much. So we're just pouring the new oil in. And then we're just gonna look through here. The sight glass is right inside there. I'm gonna need a little flashlight, and then we'll check it after we put the third one in. It should be good to go.
So the Ducati manual says, Ducati recommends you use Shell Advance 4T Ultra 1550 oil. Hey, that's what we have.
That's what we got.
All right.
Straight from the Ducati shore.
That's right.
He wants to see what's going on. Manager says, who are you? What are you doing? Okay, guys, so check it out. On the Ducati, the sight glass is in there. And can you see it, teens? There you go. It's literally, there you go. Perfectly on the line. You want it in between or at the top of the line. Anywhere between those two lines will be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run the bike, let the oil flow through the system, and see if that drops a little bit, and if we need to add any more, but I don't think we're going to need to. It is in neutral. Dad, where are you? You can hear this? On the ground and make sure we check it. He's got the rear stand, so it's perfectly level.
Oh, you mean it totally left that reservoir again?
Yeah, that's what it does when it's running. So we're good. Good to go.
Where's the line at?
All right, so I'm just gonna take the bike out for a quick spin here and make sure the levers work okay and the bike and everything feels good after the oil change. So first off, the levers feel amazing. The brakes, yep, everything feels really, wow, the clutch feels so good. They're a little bit shorter, but not too much. So man, this bike, oh my God. Oh my God. Brakes feel good. Clutch feels good. Now they're all adjustable, fully adjustable. You just slide that little lever right there and you can put them out however big your hands are or wherever you want them to be. it feels phenomenal. So everything's good to go. I'm gonna go back, we'll check the oil level one more time just to make sure it's all good. So I'll check in with you guys when I get back. Alright, so there you go guys, that's episode 9, all done. Oil change, oil filter change, the new levers, and the levers actually feel really good. They have a really light touch, but they also feel very sturdy, and they're fully adjustable, so for whoever ends up with this bike, you can put them wherever you want them. And that's it. So thank you, Dado, for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you don't know what this is, by this point, it's a custom Panigale series where we customize this bike with the support of our patrons and then give the bike away to one of those people who support the series. It'll always be the first link in the description below, or you can just go patreon.com/JaretCampisi and support the series for a chance to win. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you for episode 10, custom titanium exhaust. Stay tuned.